Waiting for the guests to come in. Y'all already know. Thank y'all for tapping in Yoko's podcast. Give me 1 minute. Give me 1 minute. Give me 1 minute. 1 minute. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. Yo. Yo, we live now. Yes,
The
sir.
mic.
Yes, sir. You can hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah. They can't stop us, cuz.
How we doing?
They can't stop us, cuz.
Nah,
You
absolutely
know
not.
what I'm saying, cuz? I don't know what happened to my computer, bruh. I don't know what happened to this young. Yeah,
Go up.
you already know.
It's
I'm
kind of
tapping in, I'm tapping in. Huh? You ready?
yes, sir.
I'm tapping in, I'm tapping in, I'm tapping in, I'm tapping in. Y'all know who it is, man. It's Cuz on the one and two. We are back with Mr. Teacher. Today Tuesday. Did y'all know that? We like 30 minutes late, 21 minutes late, but it's good. It's good. You feel what I'm saying? We had a little complication going on right now, but we good. But we good. What's up, Cuz?
It's about summertime, bro. Hey, less than a month from the wedding. It's
Yes,
OD.
yes,
It's OD.
yes, it is. You feel what I'm saying? I know you
So,
feel it though.
it's good times, man. Summertime, man. Birthdays and past and all that.
Right, right.
So, yeah, man. How you doing, cuz?
Man, I'm cooling, cuz, man. You know, cuz I'm just trying to blow up. That's it. I want you to blow up with me. You hear
Oh,
me?
yeah, we're going up.
Yes, sir.
This one right here
Definitely.
might be the one.
This
This
the
one
one
right here
right here,
might be the
cuz?
one. This one right here might be the one.
Yeah,
We're going self help with this junk. It's gonna be cool.
yeah, definitely that. But look though, cuz, you got the questions, cuz. You got the questions because my phone, I'm using a phone that you text me on.
Okay, okay, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So now, right? So what you could do, cuz, look at your phone and see people tapping in right now. Thank y'all for tapping into your cuz podcast. You see it's coming up? You got comments coming up. What's up, man? What's up, man? What's up, man? What's up, man? Thank y'all for tapping in. Y'all already know who that is. Mr. Teachers, man. You already know. So, cuz, what's the topic is for the night, cuz? What's the topic? Cuz,
Can you hear me?
yeah.
I was about to tell the people on IG. All right, we're going live, man. Let's go. So it's like I won't say self help, but it's like self development. It's like
Yeah.
regular go to thing that you're building
Yeah, for real.
towards. You
For
know what I'm
real.
saying? That you feel like some attachment to. So pretty much like self discovery, self development questions. You know what I'm saying? Like things that like, especially if you're a competitor, you feel me? Like you want to be the best version of yourself to put yourself out there in a competitive world.
Facts.
So you can't go out there. You got to be your best self. So it's like what drives you. You know what I'm saying? So when you find out these things, I just think it's gonna give you like shortcuts, like a cheat sheet to like how to be successful. I feel like everybody got a gift. You know what I mean? I think God gave everybody a gift. And
Right.
really, a lot of people, like, for real, people be more conscious of their weaknesses. But the opposite side of that joint, it'd be like a super strength. Wherever you're really weak, there's an opposite that's super strong. Think about that. So, you know what I'm saying, helping people find their gift, that's step one. Like, I wish there were schools that focused on developing you around what you're already, leaning towards.
Facts.
It's crazy. There's so much stuff that we can talk about, but like it's really about development. So it's like more so like, okay, boom, what are you good at? Like, cuz what you think your strengths are?
My strength. We talking about weak or
Like
strong?
good. Like
Good.
you're strong, yeah. Like what can, yeah. What
Well,
comes
my
natural?
favorite, the gift and the gab.
Yeah, the gift of gab, absolutely.
You
I share
feel
that
me?
one. I share that badge with you. Yeah. 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 If you
uh,
got to get the gab, you gotta do YouTube. They don't make no sense.
yeah,
Yeah, you gotta do YouTube. Yeah. You gotta go down. It's like, yeah, you gotta use that.
gift a gab. Focus on my goal and making it better for my family because you never know. You feel me?
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
that's it. That's
Yeah, man.
it.
So
I
like
think.
determination, you got the determination and the yeah, the gift of gab, which requires some street smarts too.
Yes,
But
it
like,
do.
yeah, you just gotta, yeah. So I feel like, yeah, that's one that's real important. Like, mind you, people that got the gift of gab, you could be anything from a politician to a teacher to a podcaster to, you know what I'm saying. People get paid to talk. A professor,
Yes, they
it's like,
do.
yeah, it's crazy. So, and I
Yes,
feel like
they
YouTube
do.
is the quickest way. If you got the gift of gab, you want to get into podcasts, you want to get into things like this because this is the quickest way to get into that,
Nah, for
industry
real.
where you get paid to talk. You feel me? Like you just reporting on stuff or reacting to stuff.
Yeah, and,
Um,
and 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 for real, like I tell everybody, everybody was born with a gift.
yeah,
You
no,
just gotta find your gift, catch on. But see, people so blind today, bruh. They know they gift there, but they don't want to take their gift to another level.
right,
You get me? Because they so worried about what somebody thinking. Oh man, Joe, I don't think they ain't gonna like my jokes or they ain't gonna like my clothes. Nah, bruh. It ain't even like that. Philly in the
mm-hmm.
house. Philly in the house. What's up, y'all?
All
Thank
right,
y'all for
so
tapping in. The Yo Cuz podcast. We lit. Mr. Teacher's back. You
going
already
up.
know. We going up. What's your what's yours, cuz?
I mean, the gift of gab, absolutely. The gift of gab is one of them. I'm a whole math teacher. You know what I'm saying? So I would say
Right.
I like strategies and trying to fix, like, understand complex problems, solve problems, like come up with creative ideas, things like that. So,
Facts.
but I rap. So it's like I would say gift of gab, math. You feel me? Things like that.
Mhm.
Money. You know what I'm saying? Like things like that. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like, but also like I care. You know what I'm saying? Like some people their character not built in a way that, like, everybody got a character development like in a movie. So a lot of people character
Right.
they get colder. Like some people they they end up in a place where they want to give back to the world, not take from the world. And
Right.
I feel like
Facts.
that's more mature. You had to have been gone through some like life
No, for
before you
real.
understand that.
For
So
real, nah, for real. For
yeah.
real. True that. True that.
So that's like, what I'm saying? Yeah, like I do, what I'm saying? I feel like I care for people. So it's like compassion probably, and then gift the gab, mathematics or kind of critical thinking, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So the allergies is killing me, dog. Like
I see.
but
I see.
yeah,
So listen, right? Gift for game. What's
right.
your gift for the what's your gift for game? Like we're gonna start with gift. What's your gift? Gift for game. What's your gift? Like,
Like,
you know
I
what
mean,
I'm
you just talk, like, you know how to talk, you know how to put words together, you know how to paint pictures, you know what I'm saying? Like, you speak eloquently. It's just, and a lot of times that comes with, like, if you extroverted, you know what I'm
saying?
saying? But,
Mm-hmm.
not always, you know what I'm saying? But, like, it's, it's the thing, bro. Like you know how to motivate people. I feel like you gotta have energy to have the gift of gab. You gotta be a person that's like high energy.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
fact,
saying? So you really like
fact.
some a lot of times you pushing people to something like encouraging them or spurring them along. You know what I'm saying with your speech, but yeah, like you could be a general, politician, professor,
Mm-hmm.
YouTube. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Creator. You could do a lot with that. The most powerful people. First of all, God made everything with the word.
Fact.
So if your gift is words, you like that. So read books. You know what I'm saying? Get educated. But like, yeah. So I mean, I feel like the gift of gap is one of the most important things. But you got to make sure it's properly informed because people just be rapping about bad data.
Anything.
They can't be throwing me. Oh yeah. So, you
They
got to
rap
be like
about
that's why the
anything.
critical thinking is important too. You got to be able to like if you can critically think and then break down stuff for people and articulate
Uh-huh.
it in a way.
I just think like how I grew up. You feel what I'm saying? Like
Mm,
my whole family had the gift for gab, so you had to catch on
yeah.
because if you don't, you'll be stuck with that price. You get what I'm
You know
talking
what I'm
about?
saying? Right. Like you got to negotiate something.
Yeah, you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think that came with a gift for gab because right, somebody could tell me no, and I look and be like, let's try it this way then. You feel what
Right.
I'm saying?
Right. It's like I
Like
think a lot of creativity come with that too. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like language is important. Like it's both sides of your brain, but like it requires some creativity. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
But like, so the question to me, like, we want to help the people. So the question is more so like, how can somebody find their strength? How can somebody find their gift? You feel
How
me?
can somebody find their strength
Because
and
I
how
feel like
somebody
even
can find
even
their
in the
gift?
in the church, I wanted this to be more of a thing, even like helping people discover what God made them for. You know what I'm saying? And your identity is not just what you do, but in this country, it's a lot about that, right?
Yes,
So, like,
sir.
a lot of people want to know, even if it's for the wrong reason. You feel me? You are not what you produce. You know what I'm saying? You more than what you produce, but it's like, you know, it's capitalism, right? So it's like, people want to know what their gift is, what their comparative advantage is, what comes easy to them. And the crazy thing is, like, it's a couple of like, bro, it's a couple like, you gotta do your research, but like Steve Harvey, he speaks on it.
Yeah.
And he like so Steve Harvey philosophy was like, you be like people underbid what their gift is. Like I don't know if we focus on our weaknesses or whatever, but he pretty much is like, what do other people say that you do better than them, like exceptionally well? Like you may not think much of it, right? But like
Uh-huh.
if everybody's saying like, whoa, you could draw crazy, you draw way better than me. And
Mm-hmm.
like the average person is saying that you have comparative advantage in the market in that area.
Nah, for real.
So it's like
For
so pretty
real.
much first what comes easy to you. Another thing is like there was like this woman named Dr. Fisher, she was studying love and stuff. She said there was like four hemispheres of the brain that represent this and that. And pretty much um like your strength, like what you're naturally good at, it costs you less energy. Like
Mhm.
your body and your brain will literally tell you like this is costing like you don't want to do it. Like it's like what comes natural, what you enjoy.
That's there it is.
There it
There it
is.
is.
Like you could
There it is.
look at what you spend your time doing when you got free time. Like
Yeah.
what's the best like, one of my best questions? Let me ask you this, cuz it's like if money didn't matter, what would you do with your spare time?
Spend it with
Besides,
the grandkids.
okay, but would you do any type of work, or would you just
I,
like what would you do?
I
Let's say like yeah, I don't know, like if you but you had to work. Let's say you had to work, but money that job is gonna pay you whatever you need for the rest of your life. So you get to pick what job you get to do. I mean, you get to
okay.
retire. You get to retire like regular people. So
Okay.
pick the ideal. If money didn't matter, like this is the highest paying job you can get, and you get to pick the profession. What would it be?
What would it be?
What would it be?
Sitting at the goddamn desk.
For real.
For real. Sitting at the desk, giving orders,
Like
building
being a
another
boss.
team.
Like
Yeah,
being a boss. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. So being a
Because
boss.
because I think cause my opinion, I think just cause I'm more now than I'm more now of trying to build teams.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So so I can't just sit in a meeting and I don't say nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, my strength is trying to build a team. That's
Yeah.
it.
That's what I'm saying. Leadership. That's another
Leadership,
one.
yeah.
Like leadership. So then, well, then you should you should go towards that. It's kind of like, let's say like we discover that with young people, right? Like, and
Uh-huh.
we can say now we can take you to school and most of your class is going to be behind administration, you know what I'm saying, business management, and getting you ready for who you already know you are. You feel
Fact.
me? And then you can take them other classes on the side, but it's going to be the bread and butter. And this is, and so just like kind of tracking them in that way, but like you don't want to make a caste system, but at the same time it's like people got something like that. It's like that's what capitalism is, bro. It's like whatever I got, whatever I can produce that you can't, I'm gonna trade you. You know what I'm saying, for what
Right.
you got
Nah, for
that
real.
I can't produce, or it's easier for you to do it than me. That's comparative advantage, and that's
I
why we
think
trade things like I'm saying. So it's like yeah,
hmm because I think you got to be a father before you become a leader anyway. That's off the
hmm
rip. You feel what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
Like there's no other way to look around it. You feel what I'm saying? I
Right.
really had a conversation with this lady and we was going back and forth because she said she wasn't never a father to order to be a boss, right? I said, okay, she did hair. I'm like, okay, cool. How did you learn to do hair? My
Right.
mother. I said, okay, so you had to follow your mother and learn from your mother and do hair. That's what she said. Yeah. I said, so you had to follow your mother to
Mhm.
order to learn how to do hair. She said, yeah. I said, so you was a father before you was a leader. She still said no. I said,
Oh, she
something
got
wrong
pride.
with her, bro.
It is pride.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's pride. So, but yeah, like you gotta, yeah, that's what it is. I mean, that's what even God said. Like, you gotta be, if you want to be a leader, you gotta be a servant. Like, you gotta,
damn
in
right.
order, you don't learn nothing when you're prideful. Like, when you're humble, you can take in information and process it. When you think you already got it, you don't even give it your energy, man. You think you already
Nah,
know
for real.
everything. Like, the ego is inflated and it keeps you from growing for real.
Uh
But
huh. Uh huh.
But yeah, everything is balanced though, because you know what I'm saying. Like it's crazy because they say every time you learn something, it's like ego death, like a part of you
Grow.
presupposition, but like it's like you got new information, but a part of you like it takes humility to do it.
Yeah, it
It
do.
literally, it literally kills your ego to learn. You have to be humble to learn. It's
Yeah.
crazy. But
Nah, for
then,
real.
but then when you get that new information, you integrate it. Once you learn
Yeah.
something, it's part of you for life. You
Yeah.
integrate it, and then it's like an ego resurrection, pretty much. But it's weird. It's like your grid that you build in your mind. So
It
yeah, but
is.
anyway,
It is crazy. It's crazy that you said that because I'm the type of person you could tell me all day, but I got to see you do it. Once I see you do it one time, I got it.
like a
But if you
visual
gonna be
learner.
like, oh
Yeah,
yeah, do this, do that, I'm gonna be like, yeah, okay, yeah, okay.
yeah.
Random, random wise ain't done because I ain't understand. I told you bring your ass over here.
But you see, like the visual, that means you like a visual learner.
Hmm.
Now, let's say you find somebody that isn't a visual learner. Now you want to build a life around using that gift because that come
Right.
natural to you. Like that's how you learn, and that. But some people learn other ways, so it's like
Yes, they
you
do.
got to follow that track. You know what I'm saying? Like, but
Yes,
that's
they
why it's
do.
important to integrate all those learning styles. You know what I'm saying when you're doing something.
Hmm.
But
No, for real,
as far as
for
finding your
real.
strength, bro, like also like pretty much it's like two things. People gotta say you good at it. You gotta get verification, external verification. Like people have to validate that. Like, oh, you're real good at this. Like,
Right.
cause like if you want to be a pastor, let's say, the Bible says you gotta feel it, you gotta want to do it, and people gotta be like, yeah, we see that in you. And I think
Right.
how that's how all the gifts work. You got to have the desire. Some people be
Uh,
like, I want to be in the NBA and NFL. A lot of these youngins, they not built like enough to make it to those things.
right.
And
Fact.
but a lot of them think they going, but you really got to work hard to go. But some people can go, but it's harder than they think. You feel me? But
Yeah.
it's
It
like,
is, bro. It is.
uh,
It is.
so like they got to have discipline and all that. Like you got to be good in school, like. And so, like, if they really work hard, they can make it. But like a lot, they just be a lot of people they do it. So like, it's not just enough. My point is, it's not just enough to say
Right.
like, I want to do this thing. You have to. The world has to open up for you. It has to come easy
Yeah.
for you on the inside. It should come natural.
And
Like this
it's
is something I want to do, but externally, it should be an open door as well. And
yeah.
that's your gift. Once you find that gift, it's meant to build other people up. In the Christian
Yeah.
world, your gift is meant to build the church up. But if God gave you like a natural inclination of how you learn, or what I'm saying, what you can produce in the market, that's also important for you, especially like so you can be an entrepreneur, so you can make your own
Right.
schedule. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Once
Right.
you figure
Yeah.
out your niche, you can
Yeah.
offer it to the world because it's rare. Like especially if it's a creative gift, people can't recreate that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like that's unique to
Hell
you.
no.
So, you know what I'm saying? To shout out to all my creatives. But we want to take that into the IT world, that graphic design, that
That's the
all that. Like you get into that social media marketing for my business
yeah.
people. We gotta keep up with them. Yeah. So
Yeah, nah, for real. Like social media is the big thing right now.
yeah,
That shit
making
done
money
took
from your
over like a
house
rug.
after COVID. You seen so many people like make money from their own crib. It's crazy. Like, and I ain't gonna lie, some people be like, "Oh, if they can do it, I can do it." You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't like you know what I'm saying. Like anybody's is coming up in the world through the social
Hell
media market.
yeah.
So
Yeah, you just gotta
you know,
for real tell you the truth, bro. All this shit was going on now, bro. All this shit just a circle, bro. Everything was
right,
going on. It's still coming around the same thing, but you gotta be the one that'll jump out that circle. Keep jumping out that circle. Try and get out that circle, bro. Because, bro, for real, bro. You got stubborn people and you got people that do want to learn, bro. But the stubborn people though is the ones that gonna be doing bama shit because they don't want to learn, bro.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Them the haters. Like we was in church like 2 weeks ago. You feel what I'm saying? And the
Mm.
pastor said you got your negative, no, you got your minus and you got your plus. Your minus people is when you get a award, they hating, right? Then you got your plus people. You know what I'm saying? You got your plus
Yeah, you
people.
gotta have it, man. Them haters show you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's what he said. Like he said, take down a pen and paper and all day and just mark down all the minus and pluses that you get all day. That's a lot of minus and pluses, bro. Because you can feel people energy too. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just complaining and all that, bro. That joint is contagious. If you come in there with some good energy, it
Oh
might,
man.
build people up, bro. It's like
Nah, for
so.
real.
What you focus on grows. So like, how you gonna focus on a dark cloud and bring? If you don't care about your own stuff, you wallow in self pity. At least care for. I ain't like the message you send in the world. You feel me? Like it's like,
Yeah.
but that's why they even need somebody that's thinking positively to come and remind them
Nah,
of
for
what's
real.
going on. You know what I'm saying? But it's like we really have a lot of control. We don't have control of our circumstances or things that happens in life, but we have control over what we focus on. You can count the blessings, and that has a lot of like pluses, whether it's mental health or whatever the case may be. Like
Nah, for real.
even in success, I believe you have to have a can-do attitude. Like you have to have a growth mindset. So you know what I'm saying? You can how can you not be like you can't be depressed and motivated, you feel me? So you
Right.
you're not getting you can't. You gotta be thinking about the future, so you can't be
Nah,
all
for
crying about
real.
today. So it's like, yeah, it's like it's just a necessary mentality. Like you need to survive. You need to have that can do growth mindset. So
But you know what's crazy is this too though, is that like I said before, and I said in all the podcasts, it don't be your problem, it be somebody else's problem. That's the reason why you be so mad. Cause somebody
mhm.
done told the issue to you and you ain't even got nothing to do with it, but a person probably catch you in the hallway.
Right. You try to be empathetic. You mess
Right?
around, brought your energy down. You try to be empathetic. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes
For
people got
real.
social cap. You gotta know your social cap. Sometimes you gotta get low. Sometimes you
Nah,
gotta get
for
away. You
real.
gotta get away, and you gotta get your mind right. You know what I'm saying? That's
Nah,
important.
for
So
real.
it's like, but
I'm
yeah, the
saying, ain't
workplace.
that fact though? That
Yeah, like
hey, bro.
especially if you go to any break room at any workplace, you going, you know what I'm saying, you going to hear it.
And
And it's like,
that's
do
what I'm
I need
saying.
it? Do I need to hear this right now? Does this help me get through the day? Or is it
And
gonna make
that's
it
what
make it
I'm
worse?
saying. You could
uh,
you could feel
you
all
got
the
duck any
energy,
gossip.
bro.
You got duck
Yeah,
any gossip. You got duck it.
yes, cause you know, and then you know when you walk in the workplace, man. First thing motherfucker say, you tell motherfucker, "Good morning," motherfucker be like, "Oh man, I'm tired."
they
Bro,
thought
how
that was
you tired,
they
bro?
thought that was an invite.
Yeah, you feel what I'm saying, bro? I be like, how you tired, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, bro.
That's
I just
crazy.
like,
He said, I don't know. Nah, I mean, you gotta have good energy. We need to do a podcast
yeah,
just on that. Next time we do a podcast on how you keep good energy. In the
right.
trenches though. In the trenches though. All right,
No, for
so
real,
but like
for
look, all right, let's
real.
go to question number two.
Okay, go.
So we talked about how to find your strength. So boom, what comes easy to you, what people say, you know, they reinforce it, like they validate it. And then so and you should be passionate about it, but it also should like actually you should actually see some, you know, like open doors with it. So
Right.
now the next question is I ain't gonna hit it. All right, so we're gonna move on. So I was gonna hit you with the what you think your purpose is, but that's gonna be the last question.
Okay.
So that's like, all right, so what motivates you? How do you find out what motivates you? This is a
O-
crazy thing. I showed my queen this jump. So like this was the thing called Dark Horse.
Okay.
So I don't know. This is some dude. He did it and like it was accepted at Harvard, and he wrote a book called Dark Horse. You can even look it up. But pretty much, he shows you how to find your micro motivations. Like what? So like you so and the way you do it is you play a game called the Judgment Game. The Judgment
Okay.
Game. So the Judgment Game is pretty much like let's say think of five things that bring a strong reaction out of you, and you can start with negative. Like what's something that you really don't like. Right. Let's do the judgment game. All right, cuz tell
Uh,
me something that really like you watch YouTube or somebody say something or something, yeah, like what going on in the world that you really just be like you hate it.
I don't like for nobody to be a bully. I
No
hate bullies.
bullies. Okay.
I don't like
Bullies.
bullies.
All right. So let's say we went with that, right? So the
Okay.
mic so the judgment game is like now you gotta keep asking yourself why. You gotta find why. All right, so now I'm gonna ask you why you don't like bullies. Was it experience? Was it like what is it about that?
I seen somebody get bullied and beat up real bad, so I had
Hmm.
to hop in. That's
Okay.
why I don't like bullies.
Yeah, yeah, it's just wrong. So you probably got like a strong sense of justice and you have compassion for people and things like that, right? So which one
Mm.
sound more like? Is it because you feel bad for the people that get bullied, or because you just don't like when people abuse power? Which one is more
The
that
second one,
you don't like when people abuse power? Like they should be
yeah,
taking care of people. They over there abusing power.
facts.
So then now we can say you have a micro motivation of you have a strong sense of justice. Okay. Now let's they might even push it like why? Like, okay, why does it bother you? Let's see if you gotta go to you can't go no more. So like why does it bother you when somebody abuse their power?
Why it bother me? I don't know, cuz that's a good question, cuz.
And so, but let's just say I'm gonna make it up. Like, let's just say you just have a strong sense of justice, right? So now you can take that and be like, all right, what can I do with that? You could be like a civil rights activist. You could raise awareness. Now you can find your purpose because you figuring out what your heartbeat is, meaning your motivation, what drives you with in theory. Now, you know what I'm saying? So it's pretty cool, but it's like pretty much like now you pick three of them things. Let's say you got a strong sense of justice, you got the gift of gab or whatever, and then like
Uh-huh.
you could like pretty much be like, okay, how can I maximize this gift? You can go from there and like, you know what I'm saying, piece things together. That's one way that you can figure out what motivates you, but really asking yourself the why. I feel like our heart be honest with us, you know what I'm saying? Even though it's subjective,
Uh-huh.
it's like if you're asking yourself, why do I do what I do? I feel like you get it. I mean, I pray to God and stuff like that, but after that, you know what I'm saying, you can really, you know, ask
Nah,
yourself why you
for
do what you do. You feel me? Like, and it might come back to something that happened in your life or something that didn't happen in your life. And you'll figure out, like, oh, I'm motivated by this. Like, some people motivated by acceptance. A lot of stuff
real.
comes from daddy issues. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like, a lot of stuff comes from I ain't get this from my father, or my father was abusive, or whatever the case may be.
Right, right, right,
And
right.
that's because, I feel like God, like we're supposed to reflect God. And like to your kids and stuff like that, you supposed
Uh-huh.
to like we all supposed to reflect God, but it's like God the Father, a good father is supposed to reflect that. If you don't got the good father,
Yeah.
then you gonna have I just gonna start you off with a skew view of like the world and God and stuff like that. So it's like, anyway, that being said, um yeah, and so anyway, like what we talking about? So motivates you, right? What motivates you?
Yeah,
So now, like a lot of stuff comes from childhood. You keep asking yourself them questions, you'll find yourself, your personality is built in the first 5 years of your life. So it's like
facts.
you'll find yourself going back to them. It's like, dang, this is my personality. This is what I take to. This is something that stuck with me. A lot of things happen in my life, but this thing stuck with me. It's special.
Facts.
You get to learn yourself in that way.
That's a good what motivates you, cuz?
What
What
motivated me?
motivate yeah,
So
what motivates
I ain't
you?
gonna lie. Most of my life, what motivated me was recognition. I felt unrecognized, but it's different. Like, yeah, like, I feel like a mother like provides unconditional love, but a father shows you respect, like shows you how to earn respect.
Facts.
You can shame or make someone proud. It's like more vertical through your actions. Mother gonna love you unconditionally no matter what you do. And I think that's a
Facts.
symbol of like mercy and grace and also respect and honor. And so it's like a lot of that is like if you feel, whatever, like unrecognized, we all created in God's image. So somebody been through things in their life and they feel like, man, I'm not being affirmed in my image of Godness. Like we all
Right.
are more than really what we get treated like. God, like we're very
Mm-hmm.
precious. Every human is precious in God's sight. And so with that comes with, it has some self-respect with it. That comes with that. So
Facts.
and human rights. So that's why like anyway, religion is important with politics too to some degree because you got human
Yeah.
rights from the fact that we created in God's image. So anyway,
Right.
that being said, it's
I
like,
said,
yeah, like it's that's what it is. It's like we just have some dignity, and so like with the gift, with the fact that we got purpose, now it's just like you really putting you on that
uh-huh.
journey and like figuring out who you really are and what God got you here for. That's really the questions and what it's leading to
And
with
that's
it.
that's crazy because people really be having time to think of like people that don't work, bro. Like I wonder, do they ask themselves them questions like, what I'm gonna be doing in 5 years if I ain't doing nothing now? You feel what I'm saying? Like people people will literally sit in the house, bro, and ask themselves probably them same questions you just asked me, bro. and don't got no answer for it, bro.
Right.
For real, for real,
I
for
ain't gonna
real.
lie.
Like, go ahead.
I'm about to say this Joshua Shoemaker dude is throwing me off in the comments. I'm about to blow him up in this jump. Like, what you talking about? He goofy as hell. He's talking about
Man,
pretending to
that's
be
how.
successful. Let me stop. Like, but nah. Like, we can move on. But yeah, for sure, like, bro. For one, you don't even want to get into the black man struggle. Any black man is touching a certain amount of bread is successful if you've beat the system and all
Facts,
that. They don't even know what they talking about. But
facts.
like, and really, what we talking about is stuff like we giving you ways to come up from anywhere. Like once you
Mhm.
find your strength, your gift, you can come up from anywhere and move up.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
but
So it's like it fast tracks it. If you That's the problem. We spending too much
mhm.
energy and stuff that we're not most optimal in.
Yeah,
We like
for
hurting
real.
ourselves. Sometimes we doing it like if you got to do it for a check or whatever, like you got to do what you have to do till you get to do what you want to do.
Yeah,
But you want to
exactly. Big fact.
invest. If you got to work 3 jobs and invest in your gift, it's going to take off over time. You just have to stick to it.
Nah,
Whatever,
for real,
find your gift and stick to it. That's what it is. I
for
mean, the key
real.
to success is competence, something that just you just
Hmm.
understand well, and then also like hard work. You know what I'm saying? You keep at it, you're gonna be successful. So,
Hell yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
like,
They said practice. Man, you learn that in kindergarten. Practice make perfect.
you know what I'm
You
saying?
know what I'm saying? Probably, but you know, like some people know they got a talent and they won't use it.
Right,
You feel what I'm saying? And I think that would kill black people because we got talent, bro. Like, bro, we got so much talent, bro. We sharp as shit, bro. For real, bro.
well,
But we don't
yeah,
use that knowledge, bro. We gotta use that knowledge. We gotta take advantage of this brain that we got, bro. We
right.
can't just keep frying this brain
Mhm.
up and it ain't no meaning. You feel what I'm saying? When I smoke weed, I think more. You know what I'm saying? I don't smoke weed to go to sleep. I smoke weed so I can think more. So when I do go to sleep, I can go to sleep feeling good because now I done accomplished something. You feel what
Right.
I'm saying? Every day I'm trying to accomplish something or learn something or build something. You feel what I'm saying? I'm like, like when I wake up in the morning, cuz I'm just happy that I'm not sitting in the cell. You get me?
Super facts.
You feel what I'm saying? So that's my motivation when I wake up in the morning. Damn, I open my eyes. Okay, boom, I'm at home. You hear me? Think of
I mean, we gotta be. I mean, that's one thing that I think as Americans we gotta do better at is like waking up and saying thank you because we
yeah.
so busy. It's good to chase the bag, but you can't. You gotta balance the budget. You feel me? Like you gotta for all
You
the
got
things that
balance
you
the budget,
need and
right?
for all the things that you need and want and are chasing after, you need to have the same kind of list.
Yep, the little thing.
Is they want you? They don't really care. You can work 4 or 5 jobs. They really don't care, but they're getting that
Right.
output of energy and they're keeping us on the head.
Nah, for real. I think
But
for
the
real.
burnout is crazy. I mean, the burnout rate is crazy. Like,
It is
induced just by the day to day work that people have to do to survive. You know what I'm saying? Like, how
every
you
day.
doing all the right things, you still stressed. That's
Every
crazy.
day.
Yeah.
Nah,
So,
every day, like every day is a test, bruh. It's a test. And the test is, I mean, the test start when you walk out that door. And the test end when you come back in the door. You feel what I'm saying? That's the game plan of
right.
putting on the fake face when you walk out your door. Because now you got to like literally like you really got to adapt to your surroundings. If you don't want to adapt to your surroundings, don't be around people. You feel what I'm saying? Like literally, but some people like, oh man, Joe, I don't want to go to that meeting. I don't want to do this, but you got to do it. So why even waste your breath and say what you don't want to do? You get what I'm saying? I don't know,
Yeah, I
cuz.
mean discipline, man. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's why I said like what they can do. All that. The crazy thing is like, okay, boom. Discipline is really the key to success, right?
Right,
That's why they call all of these scientific things discipline.
right,
You learn. It's like it takes practice, practicum. So it's like, all right, boom. It takes discipline, but self control, right? Offense is I got the self control. Like I'm telling myself, I got to go get that bag.
right, right.
Now go to defense is don't eat the sweets. Defense is, you know what I'm saying, don't do this, don't do that. You feel me? We all got our different things, but it go two ways. But discipline, you gotta like you eventually be able to buyer.
Nah, for
You
real.
gotta save, you gotta be shrewd, and but that's not it. Cause people that just save it, like scared money don't make money.
Make no money,
So if
up.
you're
Fact.
afraid to invest, but when you figure out who you gotta work on this side. If you already play it safe, you gotta be more risky. If
Yeah.
you're a risky person, you gotta play it safe kind of thing. And it's like, yeah, we're like, that's the key to growth.
And
You feel
and another thing too
me? But go ahead.
with the grow is too is that let's say you got a little stash. You feel what I'm saying? You got a little stash, and you decide you just want to take off work. But when you take off work, you're gonna get you a part-time job because now you want to focus on other things so you could grow, right? So now that leads to a budgeting your budget out. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna spend your money, right? So now if you don't already feel you done already found a way how to save your money with your bills, it's understandable now. You get what I'm coming from? Like managing money, it come with the growth. You know what I'm saying? That will make
Mm,
shit grow by managing your money. Yeah, I want these Jordans, them Jordans too, son, but goddamn, I can say that too and say another two, that's four. Take that four and flip that to eight. But them Jordans gonna be ragged up in the corner for two. I think logic. Pumas what? 60,
uh-huh.
$100. I give me three pair of Pumas, that'll last me. You feel what I'm saying? That lasts me a couple of months. You feel what I'm saying? Like I look at the bigger picture. You know what I'm saying? I look at the bigger picture. They be like, damn, cuz, how you go get this away? Because I know at the end of the day, if you broke, ain't nobody gonna give you nothing. I don't care who it
Facts.
is. Nothing. Nothing. Only thing they're gonna do is talk about you. That's it. That's
All
it.
right.
That's it.
All right, let's do the question three then.
All right, go. I'm
All
with it.
right, question.
I didn't hear you, cuz.
We got
You breaking up.
philosophical. I said, how do you find your purpose?
Yeah. I found my purpose by quietness.
Yeah. We're thinking big
By
picture. Oh,
mm, not for real. Not for real.
figure that out. But
For real. Not
but
for
yeah,
real.
like what you think, girl? What you think?
For real, cuz. What you just said. Like I just think for me at my age at 46 now, like I say,
Mm,
I don't already showed on. It's about building the empire up more now. You feel me? I
right,
done showed
right,
my
right,
ass already. You know what
right,
I'm
right,
saying?
right, right.
You know what I'm
All right, right.
saying? So like my whole thing is it ain't even
So
about me no
yeah, we
more.
got yeah,
It's about my family tree. That's it.
facts.
That's
That's
it.
what I'm saying, bro. And hey, I'm really trying to. We gonna build, bro. But like, I'm trying to bring people together. We gonna have to like, have like a black conglomerate, man. Like, I want to be a corporation, bro. Like for us, bro. Like in building our communities and saving our communities, man.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, we in an area that's most likely in the world per capita. If we talking about region, like this whole area where the middle class people are living well, bro. But that was because a lot
Mhm.
of jobs. Now, with that boy Elon and them, they cutting our best and our brightest because
Yeah.
the government made sure they don't get discriminated. You know, what I'm saying? Like they can do whatever, treat people however. You gotta keep them in check.
Nah.
So
Oh,
they
oh,
different up
oh.
there.
I got one for you. Not to hop off the subject, but I
Mm.
forgot to. What you think about Uncle Trump trying to get Larry Hoover home? What's up with that? I
I
know you
mean,
seen it.
I feel like, bro, they be throwing like it be disrespectful to me, bro. Like it be disrespectful because both liberals and Republicans, bruh, they be throwing black people like low hanging fruit. Like you, what this supposed to mean though? Like like okay, like they doing
Right, right, right.
use it was Kanye crazy self. Kanye
Uh,
crazy self was the one that brought the whole Larry Hoover joint up
yeah,
to Trump, and
yeah, yeah.
throwing you a celebrity here and there, telling them to just endorse them. It's like, bro, like the black community, we need to demand more from these jokers. Like, okay, Larry's hard to kill. Like, like all that stuff. It's like
That shit
that's
crazy.
something I really don't. For me, it's like I don't know. Like, what that mean? Like, he supposed to be my hero or something like that? Larry Hoover
Nah,
was a gang leader. He was a gang
see,
leader. So it's like,
yeah. So,
but like,
so
if they
what?
mistreated him, then they got to treat him
Mhm.
right according to the law because we're not gonna act like they would over. So, like, you be locking
It
people
ain't
up over drugs and don't say nothing about Big Pharma be throwing me off. Like, you locking
right.
black people up for drugs and not and there's no jobs employment for them. And then here you are getting people addicted to pain.
No, for real. No, for real. But look,
So
but look though, but look though. The only reason Trump did that because, like you said, that he want black people to love him. You get what I'm coming from?
yeah, but you
But
gotta
see, yeah, but listen though, what he did, what listen, bruh, what he did was, Larry Hoover had 6 life sentences in the Fed, so
right,
Trump got that thrown out. But see, Trump knew that he had 200 years in the state though. You get what I'm
bruh.
coming
Oh
from?
my bad. Yeah,
He had 200 years in the state, bruh. So guess what? If Trump was smart enough, what he is, he could have got that shit ran concurrent and thrown out at the same time. So now what Trump want to do is that guess what? I need y'all to vote for me, and I'm gonna get him home. You feel me? Everything Trump do is with a
but
plot and plan.
the thing is, he already got the vote though. You know, I mean, if you trying to bring black people to party in general, maybe, but he already empowered his per capita nation's capital. They cut all their jobs. They cutting all the government contracting jobs. They really probably targeting them. They really want to cut. They
Hmm.
don't want a black middle class. Every black and brown person must be, what I'm saying, like the working. You can't even have without them crying. 2% of black people in positions of affirmative action. They would say that's
Right.
unfair.
Right.
Remember, I said if you have 13.5% of the nation is black, 13.5% of the leaders, 13 tribes, you know what I'm saying? They had tribal that. Our tribal leaders be, you know what I'm saying, not for our best interest, or whatever the case.
Right.
Black folks, you know what I mean? So anyway, besides that, it's like it is wild. My thing is this with snowfall.
Mm-hmm.
So the people that brought crack in here was Republicans, bro. They destroyed the black people, bro. The people that created, mass incarceration. Now Bill Clinton followed up with it and Biden followed up with it afterwards, but Nixon, they favor Republicans, brought crack in. Now, like I say, they
Mm-hmm.
run big pharma and they want to talk about, hey, every black person that charge is really a government contractor as a man.
That's crazy. That's
So they all
crazy.
they need to free anybody that got locked up for drug charges and you brought the junk in here for
Everybody need to go
XYZ.
home. They need to go home.
It's like, and it's crazy, but like now when it comes to like you could have been in the drug trade and did some crazy things. If you did something other than trapping, then I get it.
Right.
I'm saying like all the shots, people was getting hit, people was dying, bro. Like that's a whole different.
Yes,
I
they
don't know what
were.
that's supposed to do for me as a black man that want to start a family and protect my tribe. I'm
Mm.
supposed to be what? Like do what you want. It depends on what you believe. Some
Nah,
people like,
you breaking up
but
bad, cuz.
let's be like,
You breaking up real bad.
my bad. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
A lot of our people have been given extra time. That's terrible. You know what I'm saying? But the ones that
Mm-hmm.
if if you sold a whole bunch of drugs, ain't care about nobody and kill people in the process, bro. I don't know. I don't care about your court case for real. Like you ain't care about your community. Why would your community care about you at that? Like and that's crazy that that's supposed to do something for black people. That
Right. More than make
you
them
free a
up.
murderer and think I'm gonna give you a vote after you created the beast. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
The
for
Republican
real.
Party created all these gangsters. We had
Mm-hmm.
black most black people were Christians. Black people were two family homes. You feel me? Were like activists. They were trying to promote black love and black power. And then
Mm.
they kill all of them. Kill all of them, got them hooked up like Huey. They did all that assassinated. FBI went crazy. Then they brought in gangster rap.
Nah,
Then
for
they brought
real.
in crack. Then they brought in guns. Then they
Nah,
locked
for
everybody up.
real.
And
For
they gonna
real.
come around and tell me I'm a free Larry Hoover and I'm supposed to give you my vote.
That's
Stop what you doing.
crazy. That's
Like
crazy.
that. And
But
when they talk about a lot of black men going Republican, that bit of information, the chemical warfare on your people and other black men, the mass incarceration being built, 10 cents a day, black people working still like slaves on stuff that they brought in, that they trapped the situation, bro. One thing after another, and it's like, but it's cool though. Like we coming back, like and that middle class is crazy right now, so they can't stop that. They got to find new tactics.
hmm what's the
That's another thing. And we have to have a whole nother podcast about good black men. Got to really call out the bad ones. You feel me? And say who you should be following. You feel me? As
mm,
a nation, you know what I'm saying? As a people, It's like if you're not talking sacrificial leadership, if you don't got no values above self interest, you're not the type of person we want to follow. Like that's not
No,
the message we
for
want to
real,
get to our kids. So
for real.
yeah,
But everybody don't watch what they do around kids though. You hear me?
no, what I'm like it's about relationships. Like
Mm,
your impact. Speaking of the question was about purpose. Your purpose is tied to others. Your passion is
yep.
for
There you
yourself.
go. There you go.
Your finding your passion. What makes you passionate? That helps you on your individual goals. That that actually what I can help people with.
Yeah.
One thing that I feel like
Hmm.
that is once also it's like your weaknesses you got to get really good at acquainted with. So when other people have these weaknesses, you can help them like, okay, this what I needed, this is that. You know what I'm
But they
saying?
gotta
So
pay attention. But they gotta pay attention. It don't be that easy.
yeah, I mean you gotta want even to learn something new. Like if you wanna
Hmm.
let's say you wanna do something, you gotta learn about it and how to do it, like how to overcome it and all that. Like
Right.
you need energy just to go learn something. Like you gotta
Nah,
want it
for
just to learn
real.
about how to do
For
it
real.
and then
For real.
practice it, and then
For
be
real.
diligent and then it'll come through.
For real. You got it.
Like
You got the energy, bro. You ain't lying about that, bro. You gotta have
energy is
energy.
everything, bro. I ain't gonna lie, energy is everything, bro. Like to learn heart ain't in it I won't say every day, but it's like you have to have your heart just gotta be
Nah, for real. And cause life is
it's
life,
crazy
man.
because you can know so much, but you yeah, life be life. So
Man, life
you better
definitely
get
be
with
life, bro.
it.
Yes, sir. I just think, man, I just think you just gotta be focused and want it. Focus and want it.
I think it's healthy to have goals though. It's stuck in life,
Mm. Uh-uh.
teenager and stuff like that. The difference between like but it was the goals that kept them from like partying too much. Goals kept them from, being stuck in the street. Things like that.
Mm.
Like, if you like, oh, I mean, it's that discipline of that future.
It is,
Let me
boy.
let me sacrifice today for a better tomorrow. Disciplined people are successful people.
Nah, for
So,
real. For
and that
real.
comes with goals, bro. Like you have to have, you can't be disciplined without goals. Saving money for this car, saving for this house, saving money for this
Right.
ring, something like that. So it's like you gotta have goals,
'Cause
and that's
I,
gonna give you the
think
energy to resist.
I think none of that shit don't even matter no more, bro. You feel me? At my age now, bro, none of that shit don't even matter, bro. What matters make sure when I'm gone that they straight. You feel me? Because it's a difference, man. It's a totally difference.
How the best of yourself, John, because what like the best version of you is gonna be the best kind of sacrifice for
Hmm.
your God, the best glory. It's like it's good for us to
It is. It is.
and stuff like that because the way God, I feel like the way God made life is like love, like relationships and things like that, and it's like you can't really be successful if it's not tied to something good long
Yeah,
term,
for
like giving
real.
back, helping people.
For
You
real.
having
For real.
your success, you know what I'm saying? It's like you're not going to enjoy it. You're going to have a bad conscience or whatever. Like it's not the same.
No, for
You
real.
have intrinsic value and uh,
What is a good life, though? What is a good life, bro?
like stop and smell the flowers, you know what I'm saying, and enjoy the
Mhm.
process. It can't be just go. It can't just be like I'm not gonna be happy until I get this thing. But it's like living in your purpose means you doing something right now that has
Mhm.
going and it's gonna bear fruit if you that's the so that purpose is tied to others like and like in what way can you bless
Right. There you
them?
go.
And
There
that's
you
the
go.
part of God that you're reflecting. You're really we all create this image, but everybody reflects something come together. But we all reflect something different. So it's like love and whatever the case may be. When you are operating in excellence, you know what I'm saying. When you are
Operating
doing what you're
excellence.
called,
That's right.
and he put his fingerprint on that joint. Like only a couple of my people can do this, contribute to the master plan. But you got to know your piece in it. And so some people would say, first half of your life is figuring out what your purpose is, and the
Mhm.
second half is walking in it. Or first half of life is figuring out what your gift is, and the second half is mastering it. Something like that. But yeah, like it takes time. But like if you can figure
Uh-huh.
money may not come. Everybody looking for the money first, but it's like make
Everybody looking for
money
that first.
how you got it, however you got to make money. But it's
Yep.
like you do what you have to do natural to you that people affirm, and that's your entrepreneurial dream. And you have to have one foot in the realistic, practical, pay the bills jump, and then
Mhm.
we blow the real world that right brain. I
Nah,
get
for real.
creative gifts, and you can't, what I'm saying, replicate it.
But look at this
And
though.
Joshua, you goofy because I drop big nuggets.
Yes,
So
you
now,
did.
man,
Nah, for real. And we went over the time. I gotta go get wifey, bro. You hear me? Hey, listen. Yeah, you already know. Listen, thank y'all for tapping into your cuz podcast. I know we started late, but we still caught up with the time. Y'all already
right.
know who it is. Mr. Teacher's in the building every Tuesday, and we lit. Make sure y'all subscribe, like, comment on the channel, man. And we love you. Mr. Teacher, get them folks
Uh,
your information. You already know.
oh yeah, it's at underscore Mr. Teacher official on IG. Like I said, we just got the new mic, got the new headphones. So the music is coming. We on podcast every Tuesday, 8 o'clock. Yo,
Every
cuz
Tuesday. Yo, cuz
it's
podcast.
happening, man.
Tap
You
in,
already
tap
know.
in. I see you next Tuesday, road dog.
All right, brother. Take care.
You know